Afrigamer is the prime esports arena, not just in Kenya, but in East Africa. There's no other space that offers what is here. This is tailored to fit the esports athlete, that person who wants to specialize and compete in gaming tournaments. And the casual gamer is also given space over here, and the game developer is given space over here, but priority is to the esports athlete because we want to grow the culture of sports in esports. My official names are Diang'a, but out here they call me the Beast. I love video games. I've been playing video games for the longest time, but since 2013, I've been an esports athlete. We have the regular gaming days, right? Where you just pop in, you pay, you play, you go back home, right? Afrigamer changes the game itself. This is the first gaming space that has PCs, professional PCs, like up-to-spec PCs that can play heavy games. We have rigs, driving simulators, and apart from that, we have professionals coming here every other day to practice, to do tournaments, to play against each other. So what does this mean? As an esports athlete, this is the place where you should be. Why? There is state-of-the-art tech. I don't even call it a gaming game, it's an arena. It should be like an esports bar. That's what it is, because that's the standard of players we want to get out there. We don't just want you to game for fun now, we want you to game professionally and actually make something out of it. Gaming is not a cheap venture, but the purpose of this space is not to look at how cheap or expensive it is. It's about building the community. So we know a lot of gamers cannot afford this. They can't even start dreaming of buying this at the moment. So what we do is give them the space to come and even start practicing, realizing, getting their hands on the equipment. To be honest, this is just almost sacrifice. I think the cheapest item in here is the gaming seat, which goes for about 35K. So the aspect of it being expensive or cheap is not like the main vision. The main vision is to make it accessible for those who cannot buy it or afford it. Do we have a strong gaming culture in Kenya? Depends on how you look at it, because we still have people who view gaming as something for kids, while out there in the world, people are making millions out of playing video games. And it's up to us, the guys who are pioneers in the space, to bring the whole community up to speed on what is actually happening in the gaming space. So I'd say we're not far behind. Guys kind of understand what gaming is, but it's taking a lot of time because, again, access to this equipment, access to spaces like this is still something that is not reaching everyone down to the community, you know? How should somebody interested in gaming approach the scene? So there's a casual gamer, there's an esports athlete, the pro gamer, and then there's a streamer. This is the three branches as a player you can venture in gaming. So the two that will generate something for you are streaming and esports, right? So esports means going to tournaments, competing, and you have to win to get something from it. So you have to target to be top 8, top 3, or number 1. Now, for streaming purposes, you want to go online, you want to create content to entertain people. You also have to learn how to, engage and make sure people enjoy the content you put out. There has to be rules. Like, we don't allow bullying, there's a lot of things we don't allow. Rules have to be there. We understand it's a gaming scene, cussing and stuff like that can be there, but it's a new space as well. We didn't have these rules before. This is not like traditional sports. It's like we go making the rules along the way. So tafanya tona, an incident happens that we didn't think of before, and if it affected the tournament negatively, it becomes part of the rules. So we make rules as we go. Especially kwanza ukianza kuambia tendema hezi kupiga vitu kama hizo, like we want the space to be safe. Since I was a kid, since I was in class, since I was in nursery till I finished Form 4, the first time I saw a chick in a gaming demo was in 2012 in Trick in town. What Afrigamer does is we want to do a lot of tournaments, so these ladies don't just come and play, but they win something out of it, and that raises their motivation to want to be part of this. We even do kids tournaments. Like this place, as I said, it's to create the community. The community entails the kids as well. I mean, if you look at international tournaments, your top winners are usually between the age of 13 to 16. Those are kids. So we do have space for kids. We do coaching for kids. in games like Fortnite, FIFA, Apex Legends, games that are rated for kids. Yes, the space in the morning, or we even babysit. If you want to bring them to stay here, you'll find us here. We plan to make Afrigamer the East African or African gaming hub or esports arena. The idea is to expand and be able to accommodate guys from Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia. We just want to make sure we bring that African gaming community together. That's the part of Afri in the Afrigamer.